We'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Sooners will kick it away first. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Takes the handoff. It's Moulton. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Finds the tight end. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
And the Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest.
There he goes! Brought brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Trying to get the corner. Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Sooners! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
To the air on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run. QB got it himself. Turning it on. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll line up for a second down play. On the run, it's Moulton. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got his man quickly. Oh, better look out! And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Burks. The Sooners get enough for the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Rush is on him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. Bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. They'll run the screen. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Burks. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To throw, it's Mateer. Looking to buy time. and couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch at the 45. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Skips away from pressure. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
As an offense, you've got to know at this part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line. This offense has it with really good field position. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Here's the pressure. Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Burks. Turning on the Jets. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And it's a live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And you run a play that's conservative. You're going to hand the football over. You think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moulton. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. At the 35, he's got room. Running through contact. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And, listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Got his man. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. It's caught. He's loose. It's a seam wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. And the Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right? if they come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
Caught over the middle. It's Moulton. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires to the big fella. It's a running room. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They just keep firing. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Trying to beat the D deep. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Makes the catch. It's Gill. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Looking downfield, it's Dotson. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnovers.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen one done.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. With the catch, it's Gibson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Sooners want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's up. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Oh, those are those where you're just looking at your hands, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt. Turn. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out.
Wide open spaces. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Reading the option, it's Mateer. Oh, a lot of space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got a man. It's Ott. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Under fire. Keeps looking downfield. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Pulls it, fired complete. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And this passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. He's got the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Dotson. It's complete to the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking at the 37. The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll try to do it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Hawkeyes have this offense rolling.
Get set, get set.
They'll try the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Hawkeye! A great catch and run for 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Looking to throw, it's Dotson. Got it in the middle, it's Moulton. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Ott. Oh, what a cut! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Pulls it in. It's Burks. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. Touch pass on the run. Running to Green. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Barnes. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Dotson. Pressure coming. He's got it wrapped up. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. And here's a fumble way right down the gut of the field. Defense picks it up. Past the 20. Touchdown Sooners! And they turn it into a defensive score. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Dotson. Here's a heat. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He spins that thing down the middle. Makes a grab. He's got a first down. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Iowa!
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. 4th and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Caught in the backfield, it's Burks. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Sooners will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
It's a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Sooners inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. The give on the option. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Dotson. Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. It's Moulton. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. You keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Might be changing the route. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. 1st down here for the offense. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.